Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Mordor. It is episode 112. If anyone knows what that is in Orcish, in Elvish, any of the pseudo-languages, there's a word for constructed languages, it's Konglangs. If anyone knows how to say 112 in any of the Konglangs of Tolkien's universe, please do post down below, because I would actually be interested to read that, weirdly enough. Okay, we're looking at the end of the same turn as last video, because we left off just before we besieged, or rather assaulted, the mountain fort. We are not going to assault the walls directly, but instead we are going to force the occupants of the fort to rush to the aid of one of their elvish lords, Ranyan. This guy refuses to die. Brent Mackenzie in the flesh. Figwit refuses to go down. And apparently he must be some sort of incredibly important noble for these 2,000 elves to leave the safety of their fort to try to come and rush to his aid. Now this, I think, is going to be somewhat of a difficult battle. We have a full stack of elves to contend with, and very little in the form of shock troops. We have our cavalry, and that's it. So I'm gonna have to try to do and perform my encirclements incredibly efficiently and use our cavalry incredibly efficiently. I am not confident in that regard. Anyway, I think we may as well head up on to the old battle map. I have a feeling it's going to be extremely it's either going to be extremely advantageous to us, or it's going to be an extreme disadvantage because of just the terrain. It's going to be mountainous. It's going to be horrendous. Okay, I'm predicting it now, and as you can tell, I'm avoiding fighting this battle. I'm finding myself resisting clicking the button. Alright, let's check out what the battle map looks like. I will see you guys in just a few moments. Okay, I admit this battlefield isn't actually that bad. It's just a big grassy, rocky valley, and that's just fine. We're going to move forward with all of our troops, potentially, if and when they decide to move. If we move quick enough, we may be able to get a sort of bit of a terrain advantage. We'll move the orc band forward in an attempt to perhaps pin down Ranyan and his troops. Unfortunately, we're having issues with the old pathfinding. Our good friend Pathfinding McGee. Pathfinding, how are you feeling today? I'm feeling real shitty, actually. Yes, I can tell, because you're refusing to cooperate, as you do. Now, I need to pause this to actually ensure all of our units get to where they need to be, because I don't want to be, juggling all this shit as our troops are directionless, in essence. So we're gonna have to send these guys, I think, up to the old hill here, up on the flank, and we're just gonna take it nice and slow, trying to pick up some sort of terrain advantage. I think I want the raiders in the middle rank. Sorry, I'm drunk again. That's alright, pathfinding. Maybe one day you can get over your crippling alcohol addiction. While I sympathize with your struggle with addiction, at the same time, I want to fucking punch you in your dumb, your fucking drunken head. That's what I want to do. Also, luckily, the elves are reinforcing, and they have 2 units of siege equipment that we could probably very easily pick off with our cav if we play it correctly. Now, our orc band are rushing forward. The elves are much quicker than me. Oh gosh. They've also got some horse archers. I didn't realize. That's a pain in my fucking ass. Let's try to shoot them down. Shoot them down with our fucking 450 foot archers. If they could possibly somehow figure out how to shoot through and out of this forest, but they're definitely struggling. I can see that some of them have whipped out the sextants to sort of figure out their longitudinal sextant. Would that be latitude or longitude? These are the questions that need to be asked when watching a fucking Mordor Let's Play. Okay, we're gonna block up this fucking valley with all of our spearmen's dead bodies, okay? Let's actually get 2 rows of Morning Guard situated here. That would be wunderbar, as no German ever said in his entire life. We're gonna try to shoot down those horsemen there, and we are starting to flank around, I think, with our infantry. So now we can box the elves in, most definitely. Oh god, the music just got too epic. It didn't just get epic, it got, like, extremely epic, which it's just too much for me to handle. Now, our archers are doing dick all, as you do, unfortunately. I want to take out that catapult first and foremost. Oh god, we're taking a lot of casualties already. The Silvan spearmen getting fresh, unfortunately. Okay, we're firing at the horsemen. We're locking down all of the other... Oh god, yeah, it's bad. It's bad. We're gonna have to try to... Oh, the catapults are firing. Oh boy. Alright, we're gonna have to basically charge all of the spears in just to hold the elves in place. Man, while our men pour down... Oh! Well, this did not go according to plan. I didn't realize that the old elves were charging up the hill at us, which is less than ideal. So we're gonna have to try to flank around here. Well, on one hand, it's not as bad as it could be. I mean, oh god, they're rushing towards me, undefended archers. Oh lordy. We're gonna have to run in there with the Morning Guard, and then these guys they're still coming up and over. Okay. These guys are gonna be not involved in the battle for too long. Oh shit, looks like our good friend... Oh, looks like my orc band have routed. Well, that's certainly something. We're gonna try to take out the ballistas right away. We've now encircled these Silvan elves on the hill. The Uruks are coming around the mountain when she comes. The Silvans come around the mountain when they come. We're gonna encircle those forest wardens. Well, no, look at that. There's some woodland warriors kicking our ass right there. Holy shit. Let's, fuck me, this is not going at all. Well, it's actually going, apparently, somewhat in our favor. We've killed an equal amount of elves as they have orcs, which is always forever in our favor, rather than the other way. We have encircled these Silvan heavy spearmen on their own, on their lonesome, so apparently we are gonna have some luck in that regard. I mean to say that that combat will probably be a positive one. It will probably end well for us. So now we just need to engage these forest wardens with our units of fucking raiders there. Our archers skirmishing some Bjornings, which we can definitely deal with. And then we have our cav, which will try to chase down the Silvans, or rather take out the catapults, because I didn't realize they were still firing. Okay, what's going on here? We're chasing and charging these woodland warriors with our own axes. Not ideal, to be honest. We're chasing some forest wardens with our own infantry. 3 units of melee infantry en route. We have just charged that catapult and probably put them out of order. There's only 2 men left. I don't think that's enough to really operate anything worthwhile. You can't even run a fucking coffee shop with that. Or if you could, it would be, you know, not well run, not efficiently. You need someone to, you know, order your stock, manage the people. You need someone to actually actively run the till, you know? There's a lot to consider here. A lot to consider. We've got 2 units engaged in a useless combat. We need to get our priorities straight here. Now we've routed those horse archers, so we can grab our archers, and they're firing at those Bjornlings, I think, in the rear. How's that going for them? Pretty well. Okay, how's this combat on the hill? We did not rout them, but for some reason they're fleeing, so that's just fine. Let's get all of 3 of these units resituated. So we have a combat here. We'll get the Uruks involved. The Raiders will chase off the Sentinels. And... okay, yeah, we'll chase off the Archers with our Raiders. Get the Uruks to rout those Forest Wardens. And we'll get this Cav to possibly break these Woodland Warriors. We'll come up over the hill. That will free up 2 units, which we can then roll up the line. Speaking of rolling up the line, what do we have here? Some fucking Forest Wardens. We have too many units engaged in a stupid combat. We've got 3 units that need to be moved. Let's leave the Uruks, grab the Raiders, flank them, something like that. Okay. Whoever this Nazgul is, now's the time to be useful. Please get in formation like so and charge. Have we broken these Forest Wardens? We have not. Let's get these guys in line first. Okay, these Silvan Heavy Spearmen are nearly routing. Okay, it's fucking dead even. We need to make something happen with these Cav. Now's the time to do it. These Woodland Warriors are terrible against Cav. They just get fucking bowled over by my Numenorians. Although I've just noticed that they did in fact slaughter a few in defense of that Cav charge. So maybe that wasn't as effective as I was hoping. But unfortunately our charge as well was a bit weak. We didn't get into formation correctly. Oh man, these Forest Wardens in the center making short work of that Orc band. Not ideal. I think our Raiders as well are being fucking shot to shit here. Okay, so we've got some Raiders. Ooh, they're all free. So actually we can sandwich these Archers between all of our Raiders quite effectively. Okay, let's do that. I think that was probably a much better charge. Oh yes, we've routed those units. Okay, let's get the Morning Guard to tangle with those Forest Wardens. We'll get the Orc Maulers to kind of come through here, perhaps. Something like that. Okay, those guys are broken. We can get the Halberds involved, while these Uruks also get involved, and we can get the Nazgul to mop up... well, those guys have just disappeared. Never mind. Okay, we need the Nazgul to pen in the Archers, I think. That would be great. Now these Silvans up on the hill, the Heavy Spearmen are going to get flanked by our Uruks. What we really need to break is this massive deadlock in the center of the battlefield. And we have some Archers which don't really know what to fire at, so they're going to fire at the lightly armored Archers, perhaps. Okay, we're trying to... okay, we just killed, I think, Nethranian? It's that guy. Nathaniel, let's call him that. Okay, we're turning the tide. We just got to run down these Archers. Get all of our Raiders engaged into these big blocks of Archers. Sindar, Light Elven, Forest Wardens who broke. Let's get them taken care of. They're going to break on this charge, I think. Oh god, what's going on with my Maulers? Oof, did they get a counter charge? Or they're trying to fucking run through the Forest Wardens. I see, okay. Yeah, let's deal with the Forest Wardens. We've got Uruks, Halberds, and Raiders dealing with these Silvan Spearmen. And then these guys are basically unopposed. Aside from some Morning Guard, we've got 67 dudes back here. We gotta rebuild that line. Now we have 3 units up on the hill who are free to move, and we ought to get the Maulers engaged in the Silvans. What are my Archers firing at? Let's cease fire, actually. Let's do that. Okay, now we have a unit of Uruks free to charge... rather... well, charge is actually a good word. It's a bit like a charge as well as a chase, and that's essentially what's going to happen once we try to engage those fucking Archer units. Now, for some fucking reason, my Raiders are doing really terribly against these Archers. Most definitely because my my Raiders are fucking exhausted as hell. That's what's going on. But here we go. We're now chasing and charging down the hill. Sort of. It was the most half-assed charge I've seen all day, and that's certainly saying something. Okay, we're gonna get the Maulers to head around the flank here and take out those dudes. These guys can rest. Okay, let's get back to the Cav. The cav is going to charge those light elven archers. And looks to me as if we're going to have to get the Uruks in here, Orc Maulers in here. And we've got 2 units of archers up on the hill. Man, we have a lot of shit to run down with our fucking cav. Now, here's the problem. If any of these guys run away in any capacity, we're going to have issues getting the fort. So it's pretty essential that I do well and not have these Maulers on the flank, but not in the rear as I anticipated. As I intended, rather. Okay, so it's basically down to my cav at this point. I'm not sure. I don't feel like we can pull this off. The cav is just not as powerful. There's only 30 men in the unit, and we only have the 1 unit, and these elves like to run, so it's gonna be tough. But I am conscious that this is gonna be a long battle, so I kind of want to speed through as much of it as I can. Now, apparently my archers are just being fucking shredded. They're getting shreked over there, so we're gonna move them out of range. Hopefully, I assume it's these assholes and this asshole unit in the middle. Like, what's going on here? These guys are just running past all of my Orc Raiders. These Sindar archers are just shooting my Raiders in the ass all the time, it seems. Good God. Man, yeah, definitely. These light elven archers are horrendous to chase down, but I have to say, I think the volleys of arrows into the rears of those lightly armored Bjornings did some fucking work. Okay, we're back with whoever this is, and he is going to try to break the light elvens. Let's get into a wide formation up on the hill. We've broken that formation, unfortunately, so this is going to be a very weak charge. And somehow we're taking casualties. I think we might be taking arrow fire from those Sindar archers. Let's try to run them off if these guys... They're not breaking. Okay. Let's try to run off those Sindar archers. Are we taking casualties from arrows, or is it strictly these Forest Wardens and shit? I think it's just the Forest Wardens fucking my day. So let's try to get some hammer and anvil shit going on. That's probably a better usage of our time. The Sindar archers firing volley after volley into the mobs of our infantry, rather. Not great either, I must admit. I am really mishandling the cav, though. We're doing really poor charges. But we did manage to shake shit up over here at the cost of a few Numenoreans, though. 5 Forest Wardens somehow still living and breathing. Oh God, as I live and breathe. There is a very good saying that my grandmother says. She says, Jesus in the garden, which is fucking hilarious to me. She is from Newfoundland, of course. Jesus in the garden. It's hilarious. Also, you know, casually grandma racist as well, which is not ideal. The worst part about it is she lives in perhaps one of the most diverse parts of the country, which is the coast of British Columbia. So there's a lot of Asians there. And she's ever so casually racist against Asian drivers. And this is how grandmothers are. You know, they're all sweet and nice until they aren't. And then it's, oh, Jesus Christ, Grandma. Keep a lid on that, will you? Fuck me. We're gonna... Oh, shit. We're actually gonna have to try to run down these elves. If you have any great racist grandmother stories, I would love to hear them. I really would. That's some of the funniest shit ever to grace the comedic palates of humankind. Okay, so we're gonna get 19 Numenoreans to try to chase down all of these dudes, because I imagine if these guys flee off the field, there will be enough men left to ensure that they return to the castle, and we're just getting shot. We're getting shot to shit by all of the... Oh god, the Sindar archers have moved in. I'm trying to finish this off. Oh boy, this guy... Ooh. This mini campaign... Oh shit, I have... Oh, fuck me, I didn't realize... I forgot. I thought I got these guys to withdraw off the field, but in fact they've been sitting here with their thumbs up their asses this entire time. They could have played a little bit of interference, but no. I mean, if it weren't for the fact that this was a sort of singular objective mini-campaign in the sense that we wanted to capture the mountain fort and nothing else, this would put an early end to our Nazgul's career. His army is fucking shreked. It's ruined. And I don't know what to say. I really don't. We will smash the enemy. That's what they say every time, and then it's fucking 7 hours of trying to chase down 2 elven archers. Now, the good news is we have killed roughly 90% of the army here, and we're just going to throw everything we have at the Sindar archers. Aside from these guys who need to continue doing what they're doing, I want to try to pin them down while we have the chance. And then, of course, run down whoever is left with our exhausted fucking horsemen. Okay, let's speed up a little bit. 6 times speed, and look at that. We are engaging with, who is this? Orc Maulers, which is a perfect combination for these Sindar archers, except perhaps some halberds. Uruk halberds would be best on the flank. Okay, these sentinels I think we can take out with a proper charge, which is coming right up, served hot off the fucking skillet. Served tableside. Shazam. A nice hot scoop of fuck you to brighten up your morning. Oh my god. Who's firing fire arrows? Honestly, who throws a shoe? Give me a fucking break here. Oh, 5 dudes left. This is killing me. Is it my own archers that are fucking frying me? That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Okay. No, it's these dickheads back here. These 10 dudes. God. The Sindar archers trying to retreat is fucking hilarious. Jesus in the garden, these Sindar archers are trying to retreat. Alright, we're tearing down these sentinels. There's 4 of them left in this unit, and they're wavering. These guys are fucking stone cold. Okay, now they're breaking. As soon as I compliment them on their morale, they've just broken immediately. Let's try to keep the Sindar archers busy. And where the fuck are my archers? Hello? Hello, McFly? Is this thing on? Apparently they're firing at these dudes over here, which I find very hard to believe. Instead, they're firing at... who knows what they're firing at, let's be honest. Get the fuck over here, you assholes, you fucking heathens. Get to work. Are we managing to slay any of these Sindar archers? There's, what, 70 of them? 38 of them? Okay, we need to sort of intercede, I suppose, on behalf of my Uruks, because there's only 30 of them left, and there's fucking 87 Sentinels of the Woodland Realm. And I'm beginning to worry that our good Nazgul friend is going to perish in this battle. He's only got 13 men left, and we're asking him to charge 86 elves, and it might not go well if we're not careful. Come on, what is this? God damn it, this is supposed to be a cavalry charge, not a fucking quilting club. You fucking assholes. What is going on? How are you firing while you're in melee? Shit me. This is how I die right here. Oh my god, look at that. What are the physics of that? Someone, please, explain to me how that's occurring. Oh shit, we're actually doing a few deaths here. Dealing deaths like the hot chick you see at the blackjack table. 68 men left. Okay, let's try to reorient ourselves. How are the Sindar dudes doing? How's the general looking these days? He is apparently not well. We managed to kick the shit out of them, and mostly because I think they broke their formation. Horribly, horrendously they did. It was not a good look for them. Okay, we're going to charge again. Actually, let's wait. Can our archers pull off a volley from here? There's no fucking way. Okay, I honestly don't understand what's going on. Here's my thing with archers. In Medieval 2, there's sort of like a group attack, which as far as I know, tells the group to attack the nearest unit, and I always forget this when I have archers in a group. So it always looks to me like the archers are just doing the dumbest fucking shit, when in fact they're just following the programming. Look at that, we won! Okay, I'm pretty confident actually, if we run down these Sentinels of the Woodland Realms, considering we killed essentially 99% of the Elven army, we may in fact be able to occupy that castle. No fucking problem, especially if we run down whomever these Sindar archers are led by, and I can't quite recall who that is, so we'll have to try it out. Here he is that the guy? Nope. I honestly have no idea who's leading this fucking army. Anyway, I think I will end the battle here, and I will see you guys out on the campaign map once I've run down. Once I'm satisfied with the bloodshed, alright? Main criticism for the battle, the end. It's essentially how it always goes with the elves. You've just got really powerful units left over, and you just have to run them down with whatever the fuck you have left. The opening gambit here by trying to seal the valley did not really go as well as planned. Looks to me like the elves just slaughtered the shit out of my orc band. For some reason, these light infantry force wardens just did some fucking damage. You can see the ratio of corpses there. But we managed to get some good encirclements going. This one was great. This one was excellent. And this was another failure. A big, massive failure. Look at the amount of raiders that are dead here. Disgusting. Anyway, yeah, that's enough for this battle. I will see you guys possibly with the fort, without the fort. We'll have to see. I don't know. Okay, I think we actually managed to do it. We killed Nethranian, and we were able to kill Phalon. He was the lord within the castle. And then there was only 54 elves left, which has allowed us to oh god. Is this how it's gonna be? Oh boy. Oh god, I'm gonna be really salty if they don't let me capture the fort. Oh jeez. Oh no. Oh, you know what's gonna happen here. Why is this a thing? Why am I not able to just waltz into that fort? Riddle me this, assholes. Did I just condemn Ren to die? We've blocked them from entering the fort. Okay. I think this is a perfect cliffhanger to end this episode, actually. Is this the end of Ren? I really just wanted to block these guys from entering the fort. I didn't really think it through, though. I'm afraid. Oh god. Why can't we occupy the fort? What's in the box? Okay, everyone, as I said, this is a perfect place to end the fucking episode. When we get back, I suppose we'll begin to, or rather continue to march on Rakiburg, and it looks like Lofar got the memo. He should in fact be marching there, as are these half stacks of assholes as well. Durin again, Captain Farron. We are also one turn away from initiating our attack on Thranduil's halls, ending the elves once and for all. The Silvan elves, that is. In the west, Sauron has arrived. We'll have to figure out something for Foldberg. He's going to ride with his Lieutenant Hormrath, and they're going to wreck shit in Gineard. As for Goblin Town, that's another thing we'll have to sort out. Who will garrison Bjorn's halls in his absence? We could actually utilize Shagthak and then get Gagor to head to Amenufuin. That's what we'll do. Yeah, we'll have to figure all that shit out. First and foremost, we'll have to figure out the mountain fort. But anyway, we'll leave it here. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode. That was a good battle. Very, very interesting. Obviously, did not end as I had planned, which was the capture of the mountain fort. Unfortunately, as always, my name is Incoherence, and this has been another episode of the longest fucking YouTube series on YouTube, I'm sure. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.